If things still broke, I will adjust as we go on. But yeah, we got 22% last time. And wait, what's resistance leader? Is that the level I'm on or something? I don't even know what that is. It seems to me that a lot of people don't seem to care about loyalty, but I could be wrong. So I just wonder what matters to people. And I remember there's one person I was talking to like years ago. I didn't put nice on there for a reason, but I remember they're saying that they don't want people in their life. Being nice isn't something they care about. And I was very confused by that, because I'm like, okay, why wouldn't that be something you care about? So like, that always gets me interested in like what people actually want from people, or like expect from people, or like value from other people, because clearly oh god, did I just get myself soft locked up in the booty eye cheek already? Wait, hold on. Oh, never mind, I got out. Whew. Okay, that was scary. Anyways, aside from that, someone who is loyal will always be there for you no matter what. Thick and thin, good and bad, you will always have someone for you. Yeah, like I feel like that's a good thing, but a lot of people seem to not really care about loyalty as much, because it seems like a lot of people take that type of thing for granted, at least from what I've seen, but I could be wrong. Oh, I did burp, my bad. Oh, I forgot. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, I think I'm going to be looking for all these now. Because, like, you see how it says help Trudy? If I collect Zerp stones exchange for a spy bot, I get another spy bot. So I think I'm going to try to get as many Zerp stones as I can. And then we exchange that for the spy bot. Then we'll move on. I think that's the goal, folks. Because now I can ride that thing. Where is that? What the hell?
Hey, girl. Ready to find more? Let's fly.
Ready to find more? Let's go. And you'd say honesty and loyalty. Okay. That is fair. Wait a minute. How do I, oh God, how do I get the thing? How do I get the thing? Girl? Oh Lord. Okay, how do I control this hoe? Okay, that's how you slow down. Okay. How do I? Girlfriend? I need you. Need you to get the thing. My bad. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it this way, or if I'm. Wait, can I attack? Can I do anything? Can I? Oh God. Oh Lord. Oh dear. Fly between Trudy perches to hunt for Zerp stones. That's what I'm doing. I see Zerp stones right there, you hoe. I've been with dishonest people and can't stand when people don't tell me the truth, good or bad. I feel that way too. I do feel like honesty is really important. But I can understand why some people would struggle with honesty, so I'm willing to let Jesus God. Sorry. I'm willing to let how do you do this, bro? I'm willing to let. Can I jump off? No, I can't. Wait, what do these buttons do? What if I hit square, triangle, circle, X? Yo, what's up, Practice? I'm trying to get this creature not to malfunction in my booty eye. It blew up? What do you mean? What the hell? Eat booty eye. Okay, frick you. We're just gonna go to something else. I'm so sorry if I made you sick, because I don't understand what this hoe is doing. Wait, R1 lets me do a boost? So maybe I can... Where are you going, girl? Okay, girl, do a boost into it. Ah! Okay, oh, Lord. That did not work. Okay. All right. New strat. Turned off. I just adjusted the power cable and PSU flash and poop. That thing's probably fried. Oh my god. Wait, turned off. I adjusted the power cable and the PSU flash and pop. Oh, that's good. Did you test it? Like, oh my god, that stuff scares me. I had a really scary PC experience when I was younger and I was first learning how to do computers. And like this computer I put together, I swear, bro, it like, I tried to turn it on and it just started smoking. And I was like, yo, what the frick? I've never seen a computer smoke like that. But somehow it still worked. I don't understand what the hell happened though. To this day, I don't know what occurred, but that ish was smoking up, like the motherboard was smoking, and I was like, oh frick! I must have done something, but I didn't know what I did at that time. All right, okay, frick you guys. I'm gonna try to go to Zerp. What is she saying to me? Oh, fly between Trudy perches. That's what I'm trying to do, you butt cheek, but you won't let me grab any of it. You won't let me grab that one that's right in my eye sack. Fine, I'll just go over here. Frick you. That one was right in my eye sack, and you just kind of just roasted me, so I don't know what you want from me, game. I mean, I guess that's a positive way to look at it, I guess. See, I'm always terrified of that type of stuff. Wait, slow my car. Oh Lord. I am not good at this bird. I am not good at this freaking bird. Wait, where was I? I was trying to go over here. Can I get there without that bird? I think I can do that. I need to use you. Give me speed. Uh-oh. Wait. Can I cheat? Oh, cheat it, girl. Oh my. Okay. Gaming strats, gaming. Yo, thank you so much, Billy Bob, for the bits. I'm so sorry that the Firebot overlay is fricked up right now, but I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't know what that sound was. I gotta be honest with you. Oh wait, no, there's one over here. Where is this? Oh no, another one that's in this freaking sky. See, like, I'm okay with it being in the sky, but I don't know how to grab it with that freaking animal. Like, what? How am I supposed to grab it? Your housebreaker's popped. How do you protect yourself from this? This sounds very scary and concerning. But still, like, how the frick does this stuff happen? Dude, this game is trolling. Oh, okay, yeah, that explains it. This game's trolling me. I've been up to here one of these times. I've cheated the game to get up to these areas at some point in time. And it literally is making me have to do it again because I don't know how to use that freaking bird. Sus as all hell, game. Oh no, we fell down. Here we go. Uh-oh. Hold up. Gotta be careful when that happens because that's when the game tries to cuff my left nutsack. Okay, y'all, this is probably not how you're supposed to do this, but I don't understand what this game wants from me, so we're just gonna do it this way. I don't understand how to use that bird to do it, so. Wait, did I mark that, or did I not?
Hey, boss, we found this weird fruit thing.
What are you idiots even doing up?
Whoa!
Bloodfall, and I call first dibs on the
Oh,
fruit.
frick!
You done with walk back.
Random enemies? Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Oops, I can't do that apparently. Oh, dick. Oh, mom. Okay, here we go. We're fine.
Then come and get it.
Gonna rearrange things and set up a different room for office. I mean, hey, you're being pretty positive about it. To me, that's the most positive way to look at it, to try and see it as, hey, I can use this. Can you not? Hey, I can use this as an opportunity to refresh everything. So, I'm glad you're being positive about it, but man, that would piss me off. Because, like, I work and do everything. I literally do everything from this one place. So, like, I really don't got it like that right now. Let's see. Let's try to... What was this one? Was that the one that was bull dicks and I couldn't figure it out?
Hey, Trudy, ready to fly?
I
Let's
want
find those
to
tricks
fly
stars.
with you, but you keep trolling me. Okay, we're going up here. Like, there was a bull up there last time. I was just able to get it. Why can't I do that now? I just can't do that with you. You missed it! Girl, I'm gonna need you to stop. Oh, this. Uh-oh. This is not going well. Like, it looks like I have a crosshair, but like I can't do anything. Yes, but here's what you're not understanding. If I land, how do I get it? How do I go back up there to get it? That's what I don't understand. Like, I can land at the landing pads, right? Fly between Trudy perches. Yes, I'm doing that. But you're not... How do I grab the Zerp stones that are right in front of my eye? Like, when I go up to them. That's what I don't understand. Okay, let's just try to go over here and see what happens. You might have to look it up for me, because I'm not connecting the dots right now. I'm not connecting the blue. Whoa, whoa, girlfriend! I wanted you to land. What are you doing? How do I make her land? Am I pressing the wrong button? Oh, cock! Do I have to press circle or something? Circle? 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 Triangle? Girl! Triangle. Circle. That is not working. What? Now it says circle? What the hell? You gotta be stroking me. This game is really trolling me. Wow. Uh-oh. You can't tell me that's not hilarious. All right. See, like, I can hit these because they're on the ground, right? I can reach them because I can get off. What I don't understand is how do I get to the other ones? How many do we have? We have... Where does it say that? I don't see where it says... Where does it keep count of how much we have? Is there something new in here? There was a number somewhere keeping track of how many I had. Now I lost where it's at. But anyways. It only shows when I grab one. Alright, so there's some over here, so I guess I can try to go here. And then there's a lot like back here that I haven't explored. So I can try to go there. But yeah, I just don't know how to grab the high ones that are in the air with the bird or with the dragon, whatever the hell this thing is. Yeah, if I'm gonna have to get all of them, I don't understand how. That's my problem right now. I don't understand how to get the ones that are in the air. Like this one. How do I get this? Oops. I'm gonna try to slow down over it, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, that didn't do anything. What can you do thing to, like, collect the thing? Oh, frick. I'm trying to help you, bro. Are they trying to say that they want me to do that on my, like, on foot? Is that what they're trying to say? Am I supposed to be doing that stuff on foot? I can't get them yet? Ha! They don't know my speedrunner ways. I'm just kidding. I gotta... Oops. Dragon has to learn to breathe fire. Are you serious? Dude, I thought I was missing something this whole time. I'm like, dude, why? See, that's the reason why sometimes I don't like when games make you backtrack like that, because you would think, like, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I can do everything here because it's available, right? I have the bird now. I should be able to do that. I didn't know. Oh no, frick, this one's a little bit harder to cheat. I didn't know that, you know. Oh, dang, there's not a lot of places to grab on. How would I know that I have to wait for that? Like, maybe they was mentioned in the story, but like, how am I supposed to know that it's gonna breathe fire and all that crap? I'm not gonna know that. Sorry. I do that. But like, how am I supposed to know that the bird is gonna be able to do it, or the dragon is gonna be able to do it in the future, and that right now I just can't do it? I guess me trying and failing is supposed to tell me, but like, I was worried that I was just straight up misunderstanding something, you know? Because like, what if my brain is not registering this properly? Uh-oh. Where can I land? What up? There we go. Well, yeah, that's why you looked it up, but I'm trying to say, like, how you, like, that's one reason why I don't always enjoy, like games that make you have to backtrack and go like 5 million different places before you can do something, because if you're like me, you're gonna experiment and you assume that, hey, wait, maybe I can do this right now, and then you're just gonna waste your time trying to figure out if you can do it right now because you realize that, oh, there's literally no way to do this. I guess what they want you to do is try like I did, see that it doesn't work, give up, and then come back later. I guess that's what they want you to do. I don't know. My brain doesn't work that way. I see it as a challenge that I need to fulfill.
I do hate to see you go, sugar.
Like, oh, okay, so I can still do this, but I'm messing up, or I'm missing something. I don't know if we can get enough on the ground to get the spy bot then. Because I think it was saying collect Zerf stones to exchange for a spy bot. I don't know how many we can get without that fire breathing thing, but we'll try to get as many as I can before that and then just come back later. Oh, you need 60 and that's all of them? Okay, well then never mind. We're just gonna ditch. We're just gonna ditch. We're just gonna continue the rest of the story. Where am I supposed to go anyway? Is that where I'm supposed to go? I think I'm supposed to be going to a different planet. What's this? Teleporter? Spy bot? Wait, there's a spy bot right there? Oh, that's what they're showing. The one you trade for? Okay. So I think I'm supposed to just leave. I think I'm supposed to just go somewhere else. Right now. So let me get on Birdie. Where's Birdie? And let's head back to the mainland.
Hey, Ribbit! I forgot to tell you earlier. Trudy's strong enough to breathe fire now. All those Zerp stones made her belly as hot as Mort's party mix. Feel free to let her loose.
Sweet! Now we can finally get the rest of the Zerp stones.
You know, sometimes I just don't understand why games hate me, and you know, I'm just trying to understand like why we have this relationship with, you know, with each other. Like they could just respect me more, but they're just like nah, frick you. And I'm like, why, bro? Like I thought we were friends. Uh-oh, these people are dying by that. I should help them. Never mind. Oh, actually, no, I should. This one's going over there. Uh-oh. Okay, I straight up went through that hoe, but we're not going to talk about that. All right. Ooh, this is so cool. I guess I had to get a certain amount, but that means that it wasn't locked behind anything. All I needed to do was collect stuff, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. How would I know? The only way you know is just by like doing it, and like what I was just doing. But I literally thought that that meant that I couldn't do it yet. Like maybe that it needed to mature a little bit more, you know? So like I can't do it. But no, getting the act of actually getting more Zerp stones is what allows for that. Like I would have had no idea. Fair though, I guess. But yeah, now it makes sense. Now I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, frick. What happened? Did I get hit? Oh, frick, there's stuff over here. We need to go over there. Excuse me. Ooh, what's that? I saw some blue thing up in there. Ow. Oh, it's like... Okay. Oops. There we go. Whee! This is kind of fun, I guess. It's something. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I couldn't see for a second. I thought I was about to... Oh, goodness. I thought I was about to die. That was good. All right. We got a little bit more down here. It's so hard to freaking. Can we get through this? Hey, clean strats. Hey. Oh. Yo, I feel like this would be something in a freaking Jurassic Park game. What is this? I don't think I've been there. Can I land? Where the frick can I land? I can't. Really? I gotta go like. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dicks. Okay, we're fine. I have a really hard time controlling this thing. It's like inverted controls. I think you can switch it in the menu, but I was just gonna leave it the way it is. You know how like in with flying controls, they switch it, like the directions and stuff like that? Because I think that's how it works when you actually fly a plane and stuff. For some reason, that always throws me off. So like a lot of the times I'm trying to go down and I'm going up and vice versa. I just do the opposite every time I try to do it. I don't know if it's the dyscalculia or wherever the hell it is, but like I mix that up so often. So that's basically, oops. That's basically what's happened. That's basically what happens, which is why when I fly that stuff, I'm doing like a really bad job. Like I think you can change it in the settings, but I was just trying to adapt and get used to it.
Memories.
I am glad you trust me more now than you did back then.
So am I.
Aww. Y'all cute as hell. Alright. There's a teleporter back here. So I'm wondering what that means.
Multiple indigenous threats incoming.
Indigenous? Interesting. Alright, alright. How can we... Oh, frick! Oh, frick, I didn't see all... Dang, okay. Y'all didn't give me any space? I was just trying to take a look at the shiny thing, alright? Alright. Whoa! Okay, you guys need to give me some space, man. Where you guys... Did it just endlessly spawn? I can't remember. Dang, that's with who? What's this? Oh, warp to Galacton Factory. What the hell is that? Oh. What did that say? My bad, I butchered it. Zelatonium. I just made up the word, huh? Alright, so now we can actually get the other one, so I'm just gonna do that real quick.
Ready to find more Zerp stones?
Find more Zerp stones and find more cod. There we go. And then we got one over here. No ammo. What? How do I not have any fire? Wait, oh, it's glitched. Okay, I was about to say. How do you run out of fire breath? That's kind of sus, girl. You know, I'm glad you're telling me that after I've collected almost all of them. Thank you. All right. I think these are the last few. Okay. Here we go. Can I shoot it from this far? Oh, I actually can't. You can shoot it pretty freaking far away. Impressive.
Holy moly, Rivet! That's all the Zerp stones. Guess I better get that spy bot ready for you.
Yeah, you better get it ready, mister.
Plutonium factory, here I come.
By the by, have you noticed anything different about Trudy yet?
Besides her being even more radiant than usual?
She's expecting!
What? Trudy! Congratulations!
Dang, you got your ish
I
on.
can't even! Okay, I am throwing you the biggest baby shower this planet has ever seen.
Oh, wait, so who's the daddy? Oh, Oh, frick. That is not how you do. Oh, oh, Lord. Oh, no. Oh, frick. Okay, please clip that. That was just so bad. That was just so bad. It couldn't have gotten much worse than that.
Got her energy back. I know she'll be pleased as fuck.
Oh, God.
Oh, my Mort! Look at all that surf. You earned this spy bot and then some.
How long will it take Trudy to eat everything?
Oh, 5 days, 6 tops. But old Mort will worry about next week. Oh, hey there, Ribbit. How you doing?
That was a very weird cut, but all right. Any more new weapons? Nope. Okay. All right. So the only thing I haven't done here is, wait, no, I think I did everything. It looks like. Okay, well, let's freaking get the frick out of here and go to some new place now. Oh yeah, that's an armor thing. I don't know what that's about because I looked everywhere. That usually means that there's some purple void that I haven't gone into yet.
The Emperor better think twice about
So like, I probably just missed it. I don't know, or it's not available to me yet, but.
Let's hope Ratchet finds that prophet soon.
So we got South Valley, where we find a Dimensionator blueprints. And then we can also hunt for Lombax lore. Then we got to find the phase ports in order to power the Dimensionator. So to build, we basically need to go to both places. So now we're just picking which one. I'm assuming they put it in this order because that's what they want you to do. So I'm gonna freaking go balls to the wall and go here first. Excuse me. Balls to the wall. Balls to the wall.
On Sargasso, you said you gave Ratchet the Dimensionator so that he could find the other Lombaxes. I never thought I'd meet one of us, much less find our home, if you can even call it that. Do you really think it would work?
No.
No?
The way he said it. No. Dude, how the heck? Why are these so hard to open? Open me, Daddy. Wait, what? Yeah, I teared it already, but then I can't open it.
What happened here?
I am uncertain.
Oh, there we go. These little things here, corn nuts. I like them. I like to chew on hard things. Rock hard. All right, hold on. Oh, frick. Daddy. Bro, what do you mean? Ooh, this is beautiful. Dude, look at this. This is so cool.
Now that was exhilarating. The Blizon appears to have stored energy from the dimensional rifts.
Oh, I thought I did something wrong. Okay.
Another dimension. Is this your Blizar?
No, but we can find intact phase quartz here. We should seek out the miners.
Wait. So when I strike this, whoa, that is crazy. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Creatures detected. Lockdown initiated.
Haven't used this yet.
Vicinity lockdown. Oh, that cannot be good.
Let's worry about the toxic crabs first.
What do you mean? They look so cute.
What was that?
Seismic activity, perhaps caused by the crumbling barriers between dimensions.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Oh yeah. Every time you mess with space and time, you get fricked. Oh,
Safety
dang.
lockdown engaged.
We need to reach the other side of that window to activate the lockdown release.
Another dimensional thing?
Yes, the instability is worsening. Probably why mining operations are offline.
Jeez, man.
Haven't you punished me enough? You stupid universe! No job, no phase quartz, no planet. What else do you want, huh?
Who the hell is
Mine?
that?
Fine, take it!
If it helps, I just found out there's another dimension where Blizzard's still intact.
Still intact. How do you... of course! The Blizzard! If the planet hasn't been destroyed yet.
The frick?
Who was that? Do you know what she was talking about?
She must be a survivor of whatever happened here.
All right.
Ooh.
We need another Blizzard crystal.
More stray vibes? She was actually way bigger than she looked, than I thought she was. Like, when she went over the river, she's big as hell. Can't break any of that? Okay. Okay, this is kind of cool. I like that. Can I go anywhere else? No, this is actually okay. Wait, is there a map here? Okay, because I don't want to lose. I don't want to miss anything over here. Because I have a feeling that this is not going to be an easy place to go back to. So. Where is that? Oh no. What the frick? How do I get that? Interesting. I'm assuming I can go back to that maybe? In another direction? Hopefully. There's a ship over there, so maybe. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. Ooh, this is kind of cool. The boat boxes are floating. Wait a minute, and that means the boats are floating too. No, give me. Okay, that works. I'll take all the boats I can get there, folks. Folks.
Combat located. Engaging.
Oh, come on!
Uh-oh. Those enemies look kind of fierce.
Lightning rod!
That worked.
So how are we gonna get the phase quartz?
We should speak to a miner or engineer in the intact dimension.
Is there no way for me to get those? Rip. Bro, I'm losing it. What is even happening anymore, bro? Wait. Yo.
She's broadcasting to anyone who will listen.
We can look into it after we obtain the phase quartz.
The hell? Is that supposed to be there or is that a glitch? Oh. Oh, sure.
This area is currently on lockdown. Please vacate the facility at your earliest and safest convenience. Thank you, and have a blazing Blizzard day.
Perhaps we can
sure.
reset the lock.
reset. Thank you, and have a safe.
Ooh. Bro. That means there has to be a way to get that raritanium that I'm missing. Right? Or am I not missing? Oops, wrong button. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know how to get over there. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Why can't I? Did I miss it from the beginning area? Maybe I missed it from the beginning area. Wait, what the hell? I can't go over to that anymore? Wait. I can't go back? Come on now, Dick! Wait. Okay, yeah, it really won't let me go back. Wow, okay. Thanks, game. Rouge. I might be addicted to these corn nuts, bro. I won't lie. Alright. Huh?
Seismic activity has destroyed the bridge.
Guess we're going the long way around.
I gotta say, the level design looks kind of like, I feel like the game looks pretty. So. Whoa.
Lava pop boys are kind of cute when they're not trying to gnaw your ankles.
Which is never.
There's enemies here, but they look like heads. They straight up look like heads. They're heads of porcupine. The frick?
Across the lava, a mining platform.
Kind of busy right now, Bolts.
Uh-oh. Okay, fine.
Nicely handled. Now we should get up to the ridge.
Chill out, faces of porcupine. Was that a cat? Oh, frick. What the hell? Alright. Uh-oh.
Where are we? Who cares? Grab the Lombax!
More goons for less.
Their most elite division!
Really?
You're going down! Need more backup, bro!
this still work even though it's in the air? Oh, it can. What the frick?
Honestly, kind of cute.
Ooh. Uh-oh. No, you want to hit me. Oh, so that still hits me through the wall. Okay, never mind. There we go.
Room might be elite.
Please keep your hands and feet inside.
I did not
and
mean to go
avoid
in there. What the hell? Please tell me I didn't miss anything. Okay, they're gonna play.
Thanks for the help, Bolts. Not really used to it.
We will need a way to mine the phase quartz. Perhaps the giant drill.
Let's find someone who can point us to it.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, it's that person from earlier, looks like. No, that's different. They're different. Oh,
This is the mining hub.
that looked weird. I just
Perhaps
froze.
someone here can direct us to the drill. The chief engineer's survey station should be nearby.
You are just full of fun facts, huh?
Indeed. For example, the average miner spends 72% of their life underground.
Whoa, really?
No, but I would hate to bore you by running out of trivia. These individuals appear as confused as we are.
Earthquakes, lockdowns, interdimensional rifts. Can't really blame them, but we need that drill. We should hurry. Whatever happened to Blizar in my dimension, this one could be next.
So I'm gonna try to do the optional stuff. So I'm gonna try to go this way, I guess.
It's not safe to work on an empty stomach.
Excuse me. If you're going that way, could you look around for Chef Tulio? She was supposed to be back with ingredients an hour ago. Don't know if she's hurt.
Sure, I can keep an eye out.
Appreciate it. Now, these miners have had a rough time today, so we're gonna cook up a storm to help if Tulio ever gets back here. If she's not coming back, maybe I could use some of my recipes for once.
Wow.
I am picking up a radio transmission.
You there, with the fuzz in the ears. How would you like to help create our galaxy's next food dish of the century? Don't answer, it's rhetorical. Just make your way up to Crystal Ridge, and we shall get started.
Chef Tulio, I presume?
What?
She sounds unhurt.
Uh-oh.
I wonder what has been
I
keeping
thought I
her
got
from
soft lock.
returning to the miners.
Uh-oh. I was like, I know there has to be some good-ish over here, bro. I know I can't miss out on that, bro. We can't be missing out on the booty eye like that. Okay, I'm gonna try to stop obsessively eating these. It's so good and crunchy. No, I put it away. Oh, wait.
Hold on. How are those robo-mutts floating?
What? Wait, what the hell? Wait, why was everything just there for a second and now it's not? Is that the gimmick of this area where I'm not supposed to be able to see? Dang, I went too far. I was doing pretty good though, I won't lie. No, frick! Dang it, where's the surface there? I know it kind of went on a zigzag, so it was going like this for a good bit, right? This part is what I don't remember. Oh! There, what the hell? I didn't know I was supposed to keep doing that. That's why I couldn't remember. Cool. Whoa, girl, stop playing games.
Yes!
Like, I don't know what the hell that was about.
Ooh, I love the look of that. Now, where's the exit?
All right. Well, that's one of the collectibles in this area. Uh-oh! Ah! Here we go. Okay, so now we're trying to go this way still. Yeah, I love the way this game looks. I just like looking at it. Like, it's just beautiful. It is beautiful, baby. It's beautiful. That's all I gotta say.
Video transmission.
You there, with the fuzz in the ears. How would you like to help create
Why
our
are you telling me the
galaxy's
same
next
thing?
food dish of the century?
Oops, I went backwards.
Don't answer, it's rhetorical. Just make your way up to Crystal Ridge, and we shall get started.
Chef Tulio, I presume?
This game likes to repeat the line, probably because if you miss it, they don't want you to, like, just get soft locked. What are you guys shooting at? Oh, you're shooting at the big booty duties. Okay, I got you. Don't mind me, I'm just getting my rare titanium. Ow, you're shooting at me now. Stop. Okay. Anything else I'm missing around here? Oh, frick. Okay, I almost got stuck. Looks like there's not much over here. What the hell? Oh. That looks weird. Looks like some jello. I think it's supposed to be like the crystals, but it looks like some jello. I don't lie. I haven't had jello in a long time. Alrighty, bros. Uh-oh. I did not even try to dodge. What was that? You know what? This might be good here. Can I, like, electrocute you, like, multiple of you at the same time? That would be great. Oops, why am I missing? Stop.
Just to avoid hits like that.
Shut up, Clank, alright? I can take as many hits as I want. Ooh, dang. I almost missed all these bolts. Anything in here so far? Okay, looks like we're good. Oh. Wow. Can I just, like, kill you guys?
Nothing like total robot domination.
Do I have to go close to you to kill you? Because you guys are kind of annoying and... Oh no, the angle is really bad. The angle is bad. Wait, what the hell? Let's just finish off with this.
I will recover.
What the? Where are you going? Stop trying to hide. Let me kill you.
That'll leave another cool scar.
Uh-oh, I did not mean to get hit like that. That was really bad. Uh-oh. What the dick? Now you're gone. Now you're gone. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh, we don't got ammo. Never mind. Can this do that? Oh, yeah, it can. Cool. Nice.
I see the culinary life calls to you,
Whoa,
too.
whoa, what,
There
what
should
the?
be quarry jumpers nearby that can help you get up here.
Okay. Alright. I don't know what the hell that was, but okay. What is that? Base hunter or something? Oh, okay. I was like, what am I referencing? I know it's something something. There's no way in hell I'm not missing anything over here, right? Right, game? Right? Wait, what? Okay, this area is kind of confusing. Hold up.
So shiny.
Oh my god. I didn't know the game could do me like that. That was sexy. That was attractive, I won't lie. Alright, hold up. Some bolts. Give me some bolts, daddy, yeah. Alright. Wait, what the hell? Oh, so I can't stay like that here. Is that what they're trying to tell me? Let me actually see what that gold bolt does, though, because I keep forgetting, like, let me actually look at that new armor we got. What was it? It was a full suit that we got unlocked. Oh, this. Alright. Oh, I recognize this. This is the one. This is the Mega Man one. We look like Mega Man, kind of. Alright, we'll rock this for a little bit. We'll rock it. Almost died. I want to explore this area more, but I don't know if I'm gonna die trying to do what I wanted to try. But this is also the area where we're supposed to be going, so I could just go this way for now. But I have a feeling there's more to be desired in other places. Around... Ooh! In other places around here. Oops.
I am Chef Tulio, and like all great artistes, I can only create beauty when I'm suffering.
Okay.
To make my greatest dish yet, I must harvest the Seranian honey below us with this vacusuck. But doing so requires my full attention, so I'll need someone to defend me from those allergic to brilliance. If you wish to be a part of culinary history, start the extraction sequence with that hammer.
Suck, Ayo!
So, what's the dish?
There's been a lack of suffering lately, so I do not know yet. But it will come soon. I can feel it.
This hoe's kind of sus, I won't lie. She's kind of a sus hoe. No! No! Oh, okay, good. Okay, usually games actually lock you into that, so like I'm surprised I was able to just like be like, nah, I don't want that. Whoa. Wrong button. Wrong button props. Alright. So I know we can use that. Is there anything else I'm missing over here? Can I go in? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I cannot do that. Alright. Yeah, so it looks like that's just lava and ish on the edge. Cheating! Is there, can I even get on that ledge? I might not even be able to get on that ledge. I don't know. Okay, let's see what this does. Wait, so it just takes me across? Is that all that does? What? Okay. Wait, was I supposed to be getting these? Oh, I'm literally stupid. I think that's the whole reason why we came here. All right, hold up. Oops, no. I literally need to backtrack and get all that.
It will take a moment for the machine to warm up, so be on the lookout for interlopers. Ha! Here they come, on the left! Use the button on that side to activate my trap.
Oh!
Splendid! I could not abide by the stench of pesticides, so I thought, why not go back to my roots? Barbecue! Ha! They're coming from the right! Activate the trap on the right! Before they damage the vacuum suck and scare away my muse!
Vacuum suck!
Delicious! The traps protect the vacuum suck, but
Suck
they take
my
time
vacuum.
to reset. Can't have them overheating, can we?
Okay, so I see how this little gimmick works. Wait, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa!
You suck, take any more damage!
Dude, what the hell? Your trap sucked!
And that's my preamble. Or as we like to say in the culinary.
I thought I was good. I didn't know I had to do anything.
Now, it's time for the main course. It begins! Here they come! Defend me while I dig deep for my inspiration.
Lady, I'm gonna need you to chill.
idea coming to me. A Sarangian, honey-glazed, puffoid! But what drink do we
Look how cute Clank looks in the back.
I need more.
Oh.
More inspiration. More honey!
Just think of those hungry miners, Rivet. They need this.
Oh, frick. No. Not these cups. Oh, wait, hold up, hold up. We're gonna use this on this. Uh-oh, they're coming on both sides. Frick, 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 my cock is wet. It's fine, shut the frick up. Don't you worry about it, girl. Everything will be alright. Alright, we got this. Don't worry about it. Ooh, I need to pick up some of these bolts though.
Yes, yes, yes!
Dang, give me all these bolts.
Shall be a certified magma mead. But those miners deserve a dessert too. Which means we need to suffer one last time. Let the final extraction commence.
Doing all right. Wait, what the hell? Who started damaging it? It was fine last time. The last second I looked at it, it was A-OK, all right, bro? What the hell? Oh, frick, I ran into that. Oh, I see y'all. I see y'all sneaking around. Wait, she didn't say marvelous, so I missed something. Oh, here it is. You think you got me goofed, but you did.
Eureka! The dessert shall be an upside-down Snagglebeast honey mousse. Oh, yes. So much.
Sweet,
suffering.
sweet victory.
But now my imagination has woken from its slumber. This honey smorgasbord will be beautiful.
What suffering? You didn't do anything.
Thank you for your assistance. Perhaps this will inspire you to make your own art one day.
Yo. Thank you for the thick bot.
I'm just happy those miners are finally gonna get some grub. Now, how do I get back to them?
I'm probably not gonna get every
That
spy
security
bot though.
taxi should do the trick.
But maybe. It's been fun doing a lot of the side quests in this game so far, so
Well, this
if the
food
game
talk
keeps
makes
making
me
it
wonder,
fun
Bolt.
and worth my
Who's the
time,
better
I'll do
cook?
it.
You or Ratchet?
Oh, it is never a competition.
It's you, isn't it? I knew it.
Alright, so... Oh, frick, I forgot. I wasn't even getting any of these. Dang it. What do these look like? Because I was just completely skipping them. Wait, no. These are the things you use to do the thingy. Yeah, so I'm not doing that wrong. Yeah, I thought I was missing something. So now we're trying to find the chief engineer. But I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of stuff around here, and I don't want to miss that either. So we're going to try to be a little bit cautious and not skip anything. Ooh, you got some new weapons for me?
Welcome, sugar. Feel free to browse.
For the enemy in your life who has a fear of getting bitten by mechanical monsters. The frick?
Goodbye now.
I believe we are close to the survey station. The decorations here are slightly more colorful than in my dimension.
Bolts, focus.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of thick. Oh, invisible wall. Okay. Wait. Oh, this is not where I'm supposed to go. What is this? Locked? Open up now! Just kidding. I can't believe it actually let me do it. It actually gave me an animation for hitting them. And they're just like, nah. Alright, what is that one? Okay, so I'm assuming this is that area. It won't, okay, I see. They won't let me go. Alright, gotcha, gotcha.
You looking for the chief engineer? Use that safety lift to get to the site.
Thanks.
Alrighty. Let's go! Oh, frick.
Damage seems to be getting worse.
It's kind of pretty. In a deadly, terrifying way.
Let's dive.
There. That must be the chief engineer.
Hold on, am I missing any? Oh, this area is kind of thick.
Hello?
I'm gonna have to be careful. Oh no, frick, I got a cutscene. Dang it! Hopefully I can
You hear
explore
that?
though.
No.
Voices. Haven't been hearing them for too long. Wherever the purple is, they are too. First the Quakes and the Blazon. Now this.
I don't hear anything. Except someone asking if you'll be drilling for phase court soon.
Not until I determine what's going on. For all we know, this whole drill site is haunted. That's why I sent my science bots out to scan the purple.
And?
I have to pick them up. When I know it's safe.
Wait! I'll find the bots and bring them back here safe and sound.
These bots have intercepted a message from your dimension. Perhaps it is from that person we encountered.
Hopefully they can help us figure out what happened there and prevent it here. Let's go.
Ah, frick, I got a pain in my left side. I got a pain in my left side. That's literally just how my body just hurts randomly. It's just like, oh, okay, it hurt there. That's not good. That was not fun. Like in that Polly Rambles episode, I tried to talk about like chronic pains and stuff. I don't know if I did it justice. Like I realized that topic was like, there's so much to say about that topic, but that's something where it's like, if you've been going through something chronically for like years and years and years, there becomes a point where you become pretty knowledgeable of like what's going on with your body, you know? But the point I was trying to make in Polly Rambles was that, you know, you can think you know as much as you can. You're probably gonna know more about what's going on with you than the average person who doesn't really have to deal with something all the time like that. But you still can't like disregard the value of experts, you know?
Testing comms. The bots would have followed the paths marked by the survey rods. I'm sure they're listening in on the purple.
That looks weird as hell.
The tremors are increasing in frequency and size.
Safety first. Try not to trip, slip, or break anything.
Was it too much to ask that we be able to find phase courts without dodging earthquakes and lava?
Of course not. Then we wouldn't be playing a video game anymore, silly. Can you just fall off? Aw, dang it. I wanted to push you off. Ooh! I see you. Game, help. Okay. Yeah, I guess. That wasn't what I was expecting, but you know, we're just gonna accept it. We're just gonna accept it. All right. But yeah, like you can't deny that experts are an important part of society. Like there's always gonna be people who know more about a topic than you. Even if you're going through it, you're still likely to miss some things, you know? Especially with the human body, man. The human body is complex as hell. Like, I don't even feel bad. Like, it is sad when doctors, like, can't, like, find the right diagnosis and stuff like that. But when you start learning about how many different things there are to be, like, how many possibilities there are, it's pretty, you can kind of understand it sometimes. But it's like, they have to just consider everything. And every doctor or every, you know, medical professional, they have their experience in certain things, but not other things, if that makes sense. So they have their experience, but they don't always, you know, they're not always exposed to a lot of the things that you would think that they would be. Like you would assume that, oh, okay, you're a doctor, so you literally know, so you literally know, like, oh, I was trying to see if there's anything to manipulate over here, but it looks like there isn't. You literally know everything, right? That's what that means, right? But I think people misunderstand that, like, there's so much to learn that no one doctor can. Oh, frick! All right.
Okay.
Please come. Oh, goodness. Oh, no.
Don't worry, we will find you. You have science in your name. It's worth it. Uh-oh.
Hurry. Hurry. Scorched fur smells awful. The police on.
Hold up, let me see. Hold up, I'm trying to get some rare titanium up in this booty. Holy balls! Oh, I thought I was gonna fall.
Every day I get to vanquish an enemy of our beloved Emperor. It's the best day of my life.
Nefarious trooper. Give me bolts! But yeah, you gotta be realistic about the fact that if every doctor is gonna have their things that they're used to or they've experienced more than others and things like that. So like, it's really hard to have an understanding of everything, which is why specialists are a thing. Specialists are a thing for that reason. So like, if you're expecting your doctor to be able to give you all you need to know, that's probably not gonna happen, man. And that's exactly why healthcare and the way things are, especially in America, really sucks. Because specialists can be really expensive to utilize and go to and gain access to and all this ish, you know? So it's like, what up? I'm just exploring right now, game. So like, I'll come back to the thingy thing. I'm just looking around. Alright, go back to the thing. Give me some eyeballs.
I am overheating. If only I could sweat. I must flee.
Whoa.
I'll ping her so she comes back to me. Looks like she picked up an audio file. I'll start cleaning it up. There's an old research lab ahead. If I know Jim, that's where he'd head first.
Jim?
Was that what I was supposed to do? Maybe it was.
Another bot. On it.
But yeah, so yeah, audio file. Yeah, it can be hard sometimes, because if it can be like, you might need to go to like multiple different specialists just to get the answers you need, and that could be an expensive thing in America to do. So it's like, yeah, like for both of us, when we went to go figure out more about our chronic issues, we ended up having to go to multiple specialists, and it's like some people can't afford that. So it's like, there's so many fricked up things about our health, the way our healthcare is right now, man. But that's something I think about a lot too, where it's like, yeah, I don't want to ever like invalidate self-diagnosis to a full extent, but I also think it's really important to realize that experts have their place. Experts know more and can fill in the gaps that you just won't be able to have because you just don't have that experience. You don't have that training. You don't have that expertise, you know? So it's really good to be able to recognize where your limits are. But a lot of people don't have the luxury to do all the things that they need to do in order to make sure, oh frick, oh, okay. To be able to make sure that, you know, they're getting the right information. So that's why I feel like in America, self-diagnosing would be such a bigger thing. I wonder though, that would be something that'd be interesting to find out. Like, do other countries have, like, do they have this question? Is this brought up a lot? Because I feel like it's brought up a lot in like, probably like America, the UK, probably has some of those issues.
Whoa, that was close.
So wherever it's not, especially with some places, it's really easy to get a physical diagnosis, but when it comes to mental health stuff, that can be really complicated. So like sometimes that's a factor as well. So there's just so many freaking factors into what can make that more complicated or easier or approachable for somebody. Oh, can I not go through that? I can't go through that, right? Okay. And so that's why it's such an intense topic. There's just so much to be said about it. But I think I somewhat did it justice as much as I could possibly do. I tried my bestest, but yeah, I'm gonna tell myself that with the polyramble stuff, I can always just go back to a topic, you know, because there's no reason. Like, I can always be like, okay, I can talk about this topic a little bit more in another episode in the future or something like that, or maybe bring somebody on who has more expertise about that and things like that.
Talking about the safety protocols. I know I find red tape constricting.
Makes as much sense as anything.
And then we learn more about it. So one of the cool things I really wanted to try to do with like polyrambles or just like content in general is I like the idea of finding people who are willing to talk and discuss about things that they know or don't know. Yo. Or that they're curious about, whatever it may be, is finding similar-minded people who are open to that and like bringing and like learning from them, like having them explain what they understand, what's their perspective. Like, it would be cool to find like someone who is a doctor or who is educated, and they could be like, hey, you know, this is how I see this. This is how I see this issue. This is, you know, this is the perspective that I get from, you know, working in the field or whatever. I feel like that would be a really cool way to go about learning new things and approaching a lot of the topics that we often think about but just don't have all the data for.
You should head back to the chief engineer.
Friendship request denied. Sadly, returning the chief engineer.
Aww.
For me, it would be the socializing part that would be hard, like finding people willing to do that.
Get distracted trying to find friends.
Identified. Hostile entity. Hello. Are you my new best friend?
This outfit looks so cute. I love that blue. But yeah, like I feel like that would be the hard part with it, like trying to find wait, what was I supposed to be doing? I guess nothing right now. But yeah, trying to find people who are open to discussing things like that and will be respectful and things like that. But you don't, like, it's weird. You're trying to find like that balance between you don't want to appeal too much to authority, right? You don't want to assume that, you know, authority and all that stuff, they're the only ones that know how to interpret situations and things like that. You have no say. I feel like it's more about finding a balance between people who are educated in such topics and people who experience things and learn things from their own experiences. I feel like it should be like a combination of those things. You know what? I could probably upgrade this one next time. It's like this one, I like it. What happened?
0, none, bros. I've lost count.
He jumped up on you? Aw.
Are you always suspicious that anyone you meet works for Emperor Nefarious?
Pretty much everyone I meet does work for Emperor Nefarious.
Ah, a fair point.
Yeah, these cats, man. Sus as hell. But yeah, it's about finding that healthy balance. That's how I feel about most things in life. It's about finding a nice balance between things instead of pretending that it needs to go all one way or the other. Usually it's about finding how little bit you need to go that way and how little bit you need to go this way. And sometimes you might need to adjust it depending on the circumstances. Life is too complex to expect it to be simple and easy and make sense in the way that people want it to. Would be nice, but it just ain't like that. It just don't be like that, bro. Okay, I'm gonna... Which one? Can this hurt them or no? Yeah, I think it's still hurt in the air because it popped out of the air. This thing's pretty cool too. I'm gonna look. I can't remember how much I upgraded some of these. So I'm gonna look into some of these weapons. Yo, Zemna's climbing up on Ish. Ooh, how do I get there? How do I get yonder? Alright. Wait a minute. Wait. Where's that? Can I go to that? Ow! Wait. I think... That is not how you do that. Okay. How do I get back over here? Okay, I thought the game would let me manipulate that by landing on it, but no, the game is like, no, you're not doing that. Okay. I was just over there though. I didn't see that. But I don't know if it's worth going all the way back for it. But I kind of want it. I want it! Alright, let's see what we can do, folks. No! Ow! What the hell? Wait. Can you not do a charge multiple times? Oh, you can't. That's why. Oh, I thought you could keep doing it. Frig. I could actually kind of make that if I could.
You have taken a hit.
You have taken a hit. You think? I literally just fell in the lava, you cuck. Maybe if I delay... Oh, frick, I'm getting like a pain in my left side. What does heartburn feel like? Whoa, where did it put me?
Okay, I see the bot over on that platform on the right.
Yeah, I feel it like under my, lack of a better word, tit. Like near my heart. It feels like it's burn. It feels like a burning sensation.
There must be a way to reach it.
Then why do they call it heartburn? dying. Ow! Frick, it hurts. I'm gonna have to stop if it keeps hurting. I will say, it's almost like it's hurting inside of my tit, as weird as that sounds. I thought it was my heart, but I think it's really hurting inside of my tit. The underside of my tit. It's just aching right now.
Drill platforms.
How long was I streaming?
A million% sure rifts opened over here. You'll definitely find the box.
Alright, I'll try to wait. I'll try to see if it will stop.
Are you always suspicious that anyone you meet worked for Emperor Nefarious?
Pretty much everyone I meet does work for Emperor Nefarious.
Ah, a fair point.
Uh-oh. Okay, where was that I saw that at? Here he is. In some ways, the lava looks so weird.
I'm sorry you and Ratchet were separated.
Oh, well, I should have foreseen something going wrong. The Dimensionator was too powerful to show off in public.
Getting all sentimental up in here.
Wow!
Dang, dude. I don't even know what can cause the pain like that. I don't even know if like I'm slowly like I don't even know what that is. Ooh. This is what I was coming here for last time. And then I also got some armor. All right. All right, so can I get back up here without like... Oh, that didn't work in my favor. Where's it gonna put me though? Yeah, nice. That's what I wanted. Whoa! Where was that? Oh wait, no, that's back at the other area, so that's fine. We'll go back to that at some point. All right, let's go. I'm gonna try to go over here and at least do whatever this part is, and then I might have to stop because like I might need to lay down because my body
I see the
me
bot
right now.
over on that platform on the right, past the broken bridge.
There must be a way to reach it.
Oh, the crane moved the crystal.
This may bring us one step closer to reaching the bot.
Wait, I want this? This is what I want? I see what they're trying to get.
Really ruined the safety record.
You can. Cool. I was wondering if it would let me actually sit on this or walk on this. Whew, that was boss. Okay. Oh, I see you. I see you down there. I don't know if I can do that for you guys. I might not be able to get away with that. Oh, never mind. It worked. All right. What these cats doing, bro? Okay, is there anything around? Ooh, what's this? What is that behind? Oh, that's just. Oh, never mind. That doesn't matter. Okay.
Engaging charming access. What are y'all doing here? Returning to Chief Engineer with an important message.
Oh, Sam, always trying to find herself. One step closer to figuring out this message. That's all of them. Thanks. Come back to my survey station. Let's see what the little bots picked up from the other side. Drill platforms. Well, defunct ones.
Yo,
A
what's up, Heavy? How you
rifts
doing?
opened over here. You'll definitely find the bots.
Is that Larcene or Zennis crying? Our cat's over here whining. It makes me sad.
Hazardous life forms detected. Facility security lockdown engaged.
But yo, how are you? I might be stopping early because I'm getting like a chest pain. I don't know what it is. And anytime I get pains that I don't understand, it like starts to freak me out slowly. But we've been making a lot of progress in the game, and I'm really enjoying myself. So I appreciate you stopping in. Sorry if I'm not as excited or louder when. Oh, okay. This is a boss. Okay.
Unknown. Life forms. Unknown. Protocol.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Oops, no.
From my dimension to yours. Now I'm gonna reduce it to scrap metal.
Yeah. But I hope that you're doing well. Did you see the when to meet in the for the D&D thing? If you can make I don't know if you've been able to fill it out yet, but that would be really dope. Basically I want to keep it on the same day, but we're gonna find a day that you're comfortable, everyone's comfortable starting with. So all I did was make a when to meet of like a bunch of Saturdays, and we'll just keep it around the same time that everyone was okay with before, and we'll just do it like that. So hopefully that will work. And then if there's ever a week or anything like that where people are too busy, or like somebody has a plan or something that interrupts it, we'll just postpone it until the next session. That's how I'm thinking we should just go about it. That way, if anyone has anything that gets in the way, we don't make a big deal about it, and we just take a break and we'll come back the next time. So that's the mentality with it for me right now. Just making it as easy as possible, so it's something fun that we can do, but it's not like, we're not gonna make it like super stressful, like, oh, why didn't you show up, you dick? So like, if you can't show up or whatever for a certain section or a week, just let us know. But I just want us to make sure that for our first start of the campaign, we are all decided on like, okay, when are we gonna start? How are we gonna do this? You know what I mean? I want that to be very clear so that no one's confused. All these bolts.
Security walls disarmed. Thank you, and have a pleasant birthday.
Okay, mine are
Sorry, I had to open a tab. I haven't installed it. Yo, you're good. No worries. Just a reminder. I set it literally for like, I think all the way through December or something like that. So it's not like a rush or anything. Whenever we decide that we want to do that and it works, that's what matters. Wait, that boss wasn't that bad. What the hell? But yeah, I guess that was like a mini boss because that didn't feel that bad.
Best friend?
Sure.
I will take you to our phase quartz extracting drill in the name of.
Whoa, that can't be good.
Chill out, camera.
Dimensional anomaly is identical to the one we saw on Sargasso.
But yeah, all should be good. But I appreciate you stopping in. Hope that all is well.
Friend, I must warn you that dimensional integrity could have affected.
But yeah, I'm really happy that we're able to do more things outside of the stream together when we can schedule it. Because I know everyone has different schedules, so not everyone's gonna be able to watch streams or like, you know, participate in events. So I'm glad that we can have some events that are a little bit smaller, like the D&D, and we can all just kind of like find times that work for us and just make it be something fun we can do, but like not exaggerate it. And it's just fun for everybody, because I know Tyga's trying to get better at being a DM, so like that just gives her more experience with that. And everyone seemed to enjoy it last time, so
leave it to me.
We'll be happy to have you or anyone, or Quask. I think Quask wanted to join again, or I'd be happy to have either one of them as a part of it.
Appears
So
your grease tube is blocked by
any one of y'all as a part of it. Where was that Raritanium? Wait, what? I thought there was rare. Oh, I just got it, I think. Okay, never mind. No, wait, no. I need that lady. Yeah, I need you, because I need to upgrade some of these weapons. I've been getting a lot of Raritanium, and I haven't upgraded nothing. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. I'm gonna be trying to schedule more events in the Discord, so there's gonna be things that you can join in on and things like that. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna prioritize that more than worrying about streams, because streams, it's hard to expect people to always show up or be there, but if you can have events and stuff that we do, I think that's really cool and fun.
Enhancements incoming.
Okay, I wanted to look at the lightning rod. Okay, increased stun duration. That's nice. Now I want to go over here, and we're gonna just go all the way around here, because I think this could be really good. What was this? Increases maximum number of enemies. Oh yeah, that is really good.
That is one mighty fine enhancement.
Yeah, that's actually hella good. So I'm gonna leave it like that, because I spent a lot on that. So then we got Mr. Fungi or whatever. I really like them. Deploy 2 fungi at once. Increase max ammo by 2. Oh, this is actually really cool. I think I can only throw out 3 right now at a time, and each individually. So if I focus on this means like, no, yeah, I think I can only throw 1 out, and I need and I only have 3 slots. So this would give me 5 slots, and this will allow me to put 2 out at once. So I'm trying to figure out which one's more important to me. Which was this? Increase how many times, Mr. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I might do some of this. That's already making me want to go over here. Because, like, I don't know if I need to have... Like, I feel like having 2 at the same time would be hella strong. But I don't think it's something I need. I like them to just work as a distraction or just help me when I'm in a pinch or something. So I feel like that's... Huh?
Nice mod, huh?
What? So I like that. I think I'm gonna focus on that. So now I have 5 of them. And then, let's see.
Gotta blast some more
I don't really seem to have fun with that one, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Oh yeah, I wanted to look into this one. Yeah, there we go. I wanted to look into the lightning rod and the drill hound, because those are really fun. So increases explosion radius. That's pretty big. I'll do that. Let's see. Increase max ammo. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot. I just do everything for now. Oh, dang. Okay, so this thing's gonna be going fast. Alright, so aside from the ones we don't care about that much, we can maybe look at Shatter Blast, which is my favorite. Like, what I want for Shatter Blast is just to have more ammo in general. Because, like, bro, I just don't have... Oh, okay. I just don't have that much ammo for it. Might just do that for a little bit, because, like, I kind of want that, bro. I kind of want that. So, yeah, this just increases the max ammo. This shots fire at higher rate. That's nice and all. We'll just do this just to, you know, stop us at 10. And I think that for now, what is this? Increased duration. I think that this is fine the way it is. Now we could maybe push the blast pistol a little bit.
Level this bad gal up for access to more upgrades.
Like, this is the shoddy. I feel like shots go farther. That would probably be the only thing to increase with that. What's this? Shots knock enemies further back. Ooh, this is actually pretty nice, but obviously that's gonna be saved for next time. I think we can try to look at some blast pistol stuff. So we got increased rate of fire, run in rapid mode. We got increased max ammo, tighten spread for more precise shots. That's interesting. I'm kind of curious about that. Okay, so we're gonna sit on 8. I don't like being too low, but we're gonna sit on 8. And another thing I wanted to do is look at whatever the new armor was. I got something new. I don't remember what it was. Oh, it's these boots. Ew. Oh wait, I forgot. You can change the color. Hold up. Can I get some blue? You get like a, yeah, like that. And, yo! It's okay if it's blue. You know, it's okay if it's blue. If it ain't blue, it ain't right. There we go. That looks good. She looking good as hell. All right, girl. All right, girlfriend. All right. So then we got collectibles. Oh, frick. Unlock additional music to play in the jukebox. Really? Okay, I thought it was like overall I can just play more music. Okay, that's not that useful to me, but okay. But yeah, and also what I wanted to do. Wait, why does it still say? Oh, because I got the spy bots, that's why. I forgot about that. Okay, anyways. What I also wanted to do was move this over here because I don't really think I like that much. So everything that's in this menu are things that I like to use. So I'm probably gonna switch between these, and then whatever a new weapon I get is gonna go in that slot there. And that's basically what I'll do. The ones I don't ever feel like upgrading, they're just getting moved to another slot. Basically, they just get moved back into that secondary menu, and then I try to keep the ones I really like in the front. So far, I'm liking the weapons in the game now.
Clank! You made it!
Oh, one of these sections. Okay, that pain actually stopped happening
Only a few minutes,
for a bit, so
okay.
we'll see if I can keep going a little bit, but I don't want to overdo it, you know?
Your possibilities
My
are
body's
waiting for you to
communicating
guide
that there's
them to the
something
meta
wrong.
terminal.
So ideally,
My
you should listen
possibilities cannot pass through with that
to
much
that.
wind. Is there some way I can weigh them down?
Let's see. This is a really cool mechanic, though. I kind of like this. Like, I know like some of these games have some interesting like mini games, but I really like this.
Any object it touches, which sounds rather obvious when you say it out loud.
Look at that animation.
What is in that book of yours?
Oh, the most up-to-date collection of knowledge in the universe, as cataloged by my father.
And who is that?
I believe you know him as the plumber.
He is your father? What is he doing now?
Taking his first vacation ever. So he left me in charge, and I'm trying my best, but it's a lot to live up to even when the universe isn't in danger.
All right, I'm missing the gimmick for this one. What am I missing here? They're going off that way.
How do you get the title of prophet?
I actually didn't choose the name. It was given to me by the Somali monks after I helped them decipher some of their archives.
What does that mean?
Oh, just a lot of pointing and saying stuff like, that's a Blargian phone book, that's a Kerchu tooth, that's a Terraclon love poem.
What is this?
This should keep things on the down low.
I see. So them walking on it makes it turn?
I am blocked. I think that saw can help clear the path.
That saw? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Oh, that saw. Hacksaw Ridge. I don't know what I just referenced. Dude, how does that... I don't actually understand the technology behind... the mechanics behind what made that work. Why did Slow Ball make that work? My brain doesn't understand currently, but it's okay. I love the Clank sections in this game. They're so satisfying. Yeah, I really like them. I feel like other Ratchet and Clank games had Clank sections that were kind of interesting, but like I feel like I really think this is like part of one of my more favorite ones. Like I really like the way this one plays out. I like the thought mini games. What was that game? I can't remember what game it was. Remember there was a game I was playing with where like there was this puzzle and I was saying it was kind of hard, but I was having a lot of fun with it, like thinking about it. I can't remember which puzzle it was, but like what game it was. Oh wait, no, I think it was Fallout. I think it was like a puzzle section in Fallout. Yeah.
Never had any wearing as a robot.
And Fallout 4. Like for some reason, I thought that was so. For some reason, I thought that was so cool.
Don't like robots in their dimensions either.
Oh no, what? Okay, we can do that, but okay, this one's gonna take some thought. But yeah, like there's this freaking puzzle section in Fallout 4. I can't remember what it was. Something I was doing, and ooh, I thought it was super cool.
I am certainly down with this.
Oh, haha, nice joke.
I hope I'm not interrupting your process, but I think there are more stairs left to find.
I thought it was so cool. I can't remember what it was. If you're not too busy with, do you mind like looking at like puzzle section in Fallout 4? I don't know if I remember
possibilities are a visual
what
representation
it was.
of my mind, trying to understand dimensionality.
Oops.
And the more I help them find their way, the more I will understand and be able to fix everything.
I think that's what I do, but I want to... It was like a very unique section in the game. I think I was like trying to do something about somebody's memories or something. It was very unique. Oh, yeah, that's not working out. Okay. Wait. Where did that thing go? Uh-oh, where did that thing go? No? Game? I think it just took it away from me and it's gone now. Is the game broken? Where's my red ball? I might have just glitched an orb out of existence. I think I might have. Oh, wait, no. What was that? Yeah, now I don't have, I think the red ball is gone. Yes, that, the DIMA memory puzzle. That's what it was. I thought that was such a cool section of the game. Wait, did I seriously break it? What if I... All right, let's just do this again. Apparently,
Well enough.
Apparently, I just made that completely dissipate, so that's the thing. I don't recommend doing what I did, folks. That's all I gotta say.
Pick me up. It is interesting. For being dimensional counterparts, Ratchet and Rivet have surprising differences. Ratchet never had any wariness of robots when he met me.
Oh, that's what I was supposed to
Yet Rivet does.
Maybe your dimension is the outlier. Maybe all the other Ratchets don't like robots in their dimensions either.
Intriguing. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was such a fun little mini game, and it was like a nice change from the rest of the game. I felt like, cause like, you know, like you're most of the time you're doing the same ish, you know. But like that was a nice change of pace. So I really enjoyed that. Had a lot of fun with that little section of the game. And I thought it was pretty unique. Oh, frick, I thought I almost messed it up again. I was about to say, frick me. All right, do I need that?
Representation of my mind,
oh, frick, I just realized something.
And the more I help them find their way, the more I will understand and be able to
because they're gonna hit that.
Everything.
Ooh, they probably want me to, maybe, like, I'm gonna have to use that, I think something like that, but I think this one goes up, right? Yeah, that one goes up. And I just gotta figure out the right order for this. That is not the right order for that. Okay. See, don't I need the up one so that they go up? I think I need that one, don't I? I don't think this is gonna help with that. No. I need that. I need it! Alright. So, what if we do something like this? Yeah, see, they go right into it. Wait, no, I swear one of them looked like they went right into it. Oh, yeah. See, it can't be that pattern. It can't be that order. Okay. It has to be... Yeah, so now they're going right into it. Yeah. So...
If I could just find a way to lower it.
Oh, so they wanted me to lower it instead of raise it. That's why. Okay. Alright.
Oh, nice! I never thought to use the spear like that.
Homie, bro, I wouldn't want that thing anywhere near me, so I wanted to raise that ish up. But I needed the up to do the uppity.
Is there anything about Ratchet and Rivet that's the same?
They are both very quick to take action. Unlike me, I always get so caught up in the details.
Aw, it's okay.
And you wish you were better about that.
Not all the time, but it would be nice to not have to worry so much.
Wait, I can't put it on that? Does this help? Yes, it does. But you guys are not turning. Oh, I don't have to be as close to it as I think I do. Okay, I thought I could maybe throw it on it when it's up, but I don't think that's what the game wants.
I hope I'm not interrupting the process, but
I forgot he doesn't have that boost thing. Almost got homie, bro. Freaked. Alright, so I need you like that, and then I need you to go up so I can get this. Why is he walking like that?
Double time.
What? Bro, you good?
Oh, right. I think I know how to help you, with
good,
your
bro?
getting caught
Oh,
up
is that what this
details
does?
problem.
That looks so
You
freaking
just
funny,
gotta be
bro.
confident.
What do you mean?
If there's one thing I've learned
Okay.
from my father, it's that acting
Of
like
course,
you know
yeah,
what you're
that was
doing
funny.
can get
Okay.
you everywhere in life. That and carrying a plunger.
Okay, what is this green one again? I think the green one kind of lifts them as well. So I know we need. I can't put anything on this, like these. So like I feel like that means that I have to literally. All right, let me just throw you here for now. I have to move this thing over here, I would assume, right? So that they at least are coming this way. But then they don't even turn this way. Why aren't they turning? Shouldn't this push them this way? I don't know why. It's just funny that that's the animation for that. Alright, well, I guess we'll just try to experiment with different things because I don't really understand what we're looking for here. Maybe we get something like this, then they get pushed this way. But if they get pushed this way, then they start going that way, and we don't want that either. Maybe we don't want that there. Then they're gonna start going this way. Uh-oh. Rip. Alright, I think this is where we want them to be then. I think this is where we want that. Like right here. Because then they'll go straight. Now I just need to figure out what I do with this. I can't remember what this green one does. Apparently that? I don't even know what the hell happened. But sure, okay.
Great job, Clank.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And remember, confidence is the key.
These sections are cool though. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Green over speed. Oh, okay. So I guess they just go so fast they break it? I didn't think that that would work.
With the clock.
Yeah. I sent the top minds on the team to fix the tube, and they...
That looks...
Hydraulic supply restored.
Alright.
With that fixed, we should now be able to use that elevator.
Time to drill for some phase quartz.
Oh yeah, that was that area that I couldn't get into last time. Can I at least buy something? All right, so would this be a good place to stop? Like, should I stop if I feel like that? I probably should. I do have to do stuff with family later, so I probably should give myself a chance to rest. But we'll see. I'm gonna actually preview this.
Hello to your little friends in the Glove of Doom. Tiny but vicious, hungry and focused. They will follow you wherever you go. Pull the fire trigger halfway to aim, and fully to deploy your love.
Oh my God, these are like the freaking fungi. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this though because I have so many bolts, but that's gonna be like literally all I got.
Shug. That is a great
No,
deal.
I still have 3K. Then we got this one. Let me look at the upgrades for that. I don't think I have enough space for it, but I'm gonna... Releases Doom eggs full of agents of Doom, little friends that bite the closest enemies they see. Agents target enemies from further away. And what's this? Increases the number of attacks agents can do before expiring. That seems pretty good. Increase agent speed. Like, this is what I'm trying to figure out. If I already have fungi and I want to invest in the fungi, does this really do anything that fungi, is it worth it spending money on this? Because it's almost like the benefit of the fungi is that it distracts enemies and it can take them out. It can do some pretty good damage, especially with what you upgrade it with. So like we have our fungi being pretty nicely upgraded. So like it's capable of doing, it can distract, but it can also, you know, it can also do a good bit of damage. It can fire fast, you know, things like that, you know. We also increase how many times it can fire, and then even more distraction. What is this? And this will allow me to have 2 at a time. So like if I were to upgrade Mr. Fungi all the way up to this point, that would be pretty freaking good, to the point where I don't know how useful this would be. But this is nice because you get a bunch of them from the beginning. I just don't know how much raritanium they're gonna give you in this game, because that's what worries me. Like I don't want to waste it on like this when I already have Mr. Fungi, when I could like experiment with something that's completely like really interesting and different, you know? But I think I've been doing a pretty good job finding raritanium, so as long as I keep finding all of them, I think I can experiment as much as I want.
I do hate to see you go, sugar.
But, you know, we'll see. Oops, I didn't want to do that. But yeah, now we got that up in there. So, I mean, we can see what that's like, see what we think about it, like without it being like, without any upgrades, and then we'll see from there what we want to do. But yeah, I think that's probably where we're gonna start. I'm gonna let my body rest. But yeah, when we come back, it looks like we're gonna be going in here. And yeah, so I think we made some good progress here. Like we basically explored this whole area for the most part, aside from wherever this elevator takes us, which I'm assuming is over here. So we did a lot. I must have missed this. How did I miss this? Huh. But yeah, for the most part, I think I'm getting a lot of collectibles in this game. Oops, I didn't mean to switch that. So like, I think I'm doing pretty good, folks. I think we're doing pretty good. I'm trying my best to make sure that I am really getting as much out of this game as I possibly can. And I think that I've been doing pretty good so far. The game's beautiful, man. But yeah, anyways, that's probably gonna be it for me today. But I appreciate anyone that hung out, even if it was for a little bit. But I definitely should stop because my body is being sus right now and I don't know why. But yeah, that was fun. I'm looking forward to continuing it next Sunday.